All right, guys, good morning. I'm Jake Lawson, along with my partner Josh Setterfield. You're watching BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. We're about to get started on the first match of the day.
All right, welcome back to the 2019 American 14.1 Straight Pool Championships. This is day 3, the last day of the round robin. So where it all gets decided who continues on to single elimination. The event is sponsored, major sponsors, of course, Q Masters, that's what we are. Simonis Cloth and Aramith Balls, a long-time sponsor of this event, thank you. The Predator Group, Movie Tips and Products, and of course you're watching on Billiard Sports Network. A great matchup coming this morning. We have Petri Makkonen and John Schmidt. Petri is sponsored by Finnish Billiard Supplies, 777 RR Sports, M3 Logistics, Talon Billiards, Black 8 Billiards, Zan Tips, and Mez Hughes. John Schmidt is here courtesy of Easy Street Billiards, Sardo Rack, Tom Talk, Jerry McWhorter, Techno Dud Tips, and Predator Hughes. This is a match to 125 points.
All right, guys, we're set here for the lag. John Schmidt, Mr. 626, and Petri Makkonen from Finland. And it looks like Petri is going to win the lag. So he will give the break to John Schmidt. And he'll be off to the races. If you guys are just tuned in to the stream, please do me a favor, hit that share button. We're going to have 4 great matches today. Starting off here at noon Eastern Standard Time. John actually hits the break perfect here. Comes back around. So now it'll be Petri's turn. Of course, Petri, one of the top 2 players out there in Finland, along with one that everybody knows, Mika Immonen. So he's gonna want to play safe here too. He's gonna try to chip this ball. Oh, he went for it. Wow, what a great shot. So Petri off to the races here. We saw some interesting games yesterday, especially to end the night, between Albin Ocean and Niels Fion. If you guys were tuned on into that. Albin had a little bit of an issue once he got on 123 to try to get out. We saw some uncharacteristic misses by Niels as well.
I look forward to going back and rewatching those matches. It's going to be a good time.
This will be the first match that Petri's on the TV table. Of course, John was over here yesterday. We saw him play Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. And let me tell you, that kid from Spain is absolutely amazing. Very aggressive play. And he was 5-0 after yesterday. Of course, he's one of 2 players from Spain that are here in this event. David Alcady is here as well. So you can see here he's got a couple break balls already set up. He's got the 2 and he's got the 8. Actually, the 8 looks a lot better, so he'll just have to navigate here through the rack a little bit. A little bit of a tough shot here. See Petri taking some time here.
Does that 2 go by into the side pocket there? Not on this shot, but later in the rack.
Yeah, if he clears out the 10 and makes some space, he probably will play it there or in the corner. So you see, it gets out the 15 first. And comes back around. He'll take this 4 ball down. He may try to take out the 10 now.
Yep, here we go. Just cleaning up his path.
Yeah, he's really got everything open up here perfect here for him. He bumps the 2 out of the way. So a little bit harder now. Actually, the 2 is now set up pretty good for a break shot. Just going to see him just bump this ball out a little bit.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. We're making a couple volume adjustments. Want to make sure everything sounds great for you guys.
So you can see here, Petri's left the 12 ball for his break shot. So Petri out to a quick start here, 14-0. Still in the round robin tournament, round robin rounds. So it is a match race. To 125. So you can see he didn't hit the break shot that great, so he's forced to now play it safe, which will allow Mr. 626 back to the table. Hey guys, so if you just tuned in now, I see a lot of people in the chat that were here yesterday. Russ, thanks for the shares. Thanks for tuning in every day. My lovely wife is tuned in. How you doing? We made some adjustments. We've gotten them to shut down table 31, which is directly behind us.
Yeah, I think that was probably best case scenario for us because it really opened up the camera angle everybody was wanting to see. And at the beginning of the event, it didn't look like we were going to have that as an option. But they called an audible. They heard what you guys wanted, and we fought to get it for you.
Yeah, so we appreciate you guys hanging with us. We've done the best we could here, so we're going to have some really good angles here for this last couple days. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday still left. So Petri back at the table. Still has a little work to do here. You can see he's got 2 balls out of the stack. So he'll try to navigate. Oh, he's going to get a little too close to his work here. Nice cut there by Petri.
He put some heat on it. Just didn't get.
He's going to get no love there. See here how close he is. All he's trying to do is get the cue ball to come back. Didn't quite get there. He's going to leave us safe. For Mr. 626, John Schmidt. Great tournament here, 42 players. Ross, thanks. Man, really appreciate your support. You've been with us since the very beginning on Tuesday. Thanks for all the shares. Let's get the viewership up as we get going here. Just remember, if you're just popping on the stream, share it. John Schmidt with another safety play here. Nice shot there by Petri Makkonen. So he's going to have a bit of a tester here. Seems taking a look. He's got the 2-ball here in the corner. He's probably going to break. Yeah, perfect. Nope. It's a little bit of a roll on the 9. Looks like the combo will set up. If he has to go that way. Now he's got the 6 and the 8. Tied up a little bit, but he does have a shot here on. Looks like both of the balls will go. So you see Petri takes out the 6-ball now.
What are you liking for the break shot right here? Are you liking the 5-ball there?
Yeah, he most likely he's probably going to leave the 5. So you see him just draw back here now for the 11 inside. So, and that's exactly what he's going to take. He's got the 7 here in the corner. And just pull it out a little bit here for the 9-ball. And he'll run those 2 rails back out to the middle of the table for the 3. Now you see he's left himself perfect here on the 3. All he wants to do is pot this 3-ball. He'll put a little outside English on it and just come straight down, almost in line with the 5. Left himself a little far away, but certainly will get the job done.
Hope you guys are enjoying the adjusted camera angles. I'm seeing a few comments come through.
Yeah, guys, actually, I was a little joking, but no, Petri's got all the balls pocketed here in this match. So he's going to lead 28-0. Petri at the table for his break shot. Get a good look at his break here. So you see he just comes into the stack there. Pops a couple of the balls out. It's really important in this game of 14-1 to make sure you get a good break. So the key always is going to be setting up your key ball to get back to the break shot. Oh no. Petri makes a mistake at 29. Take a look at his break shot here. He set himself up nicely. 8-0. He would have liked to be probably a little bit more straight on this 5 ball. Petri at the table for his break shot. You see he's just got to come into the rack soft. Good look at his break here. Pull a couple of the balls out. Hits it absolutely perfect. It just comes into this. That instant replay brought to you by PQ Tips. Now Schmidt back at the table. This is certainly one guy you don't want to give another shot to. So he's got a little bit of work to do. You'll see him coming into the stack here. He's going to cut the one in the corner. Perfect. Gets a little separation.
Did you see that 6 ball roll off the dot a little bit? Like it settled in and then it rolled like half a centimeter away.
Yeah, well, now the table's a couple days here with the guys playing on. We've seen lots of some of these top-notch players catch a couple hangers in these pockets. Of course, Josh, you're familiar with these tables. You live here in Virginia Beach. Not easy conditions on any day playing on these super tight diamond tables here, the Q Masters. And so a lot of these players are finding that out pretty quickly. But I will tell you, I had a chance to watch John play yesterday. Even though he did lose to Francisco, you'll notice he's very pure when he shoots. Almost never catches the rail going into the pocket. And when he gets tinkering here on the table, you'll see him play at a very fast pace. But he hits the balls just real easy into the pocket. Doesn't really try to do anything too crazy. And once he gets settled in, he really has a nice flow. You just pay attention to his shots. Always splits the wicket from what I've seen.
Well, I tell you something I noticed whenever he was warming up is that his backhand that he's gripping the cue with, that's like very open while he's holding the cue. Like, you know, obviously a lot of players hold the cue very loose, but his hand is just very open. It's kind of hard to see in the dark right here, but
yeah, he keeps it very loose. Now he's coming here perfect on his break shot. He has a 12 ball here. players just taking a moment here to adjust their score. So Makkonen, yeah, so he's got 13, and they're just talking about it here. Oh, he's got 11, okay. So Makkonen still leads 30 to 11. You know, one of the great things here about this game is it doesn't really matter if you're down, because anytime a player misses, all these guys have the ability to run 100 and some balls.
That's a pretty solid break right there.
Yeah, and here's the shot back to the break shot. Schmidt to get back at the table. If you take a look at this, I mean, fairly straightforward, easy shot. And you can just see, Petri doesn't take too much time here. And he just catches the point going in. Oh, no.
You know, I played a decent amount of straight ball leading up to this event to just kind of familiarize myself with a couple different things, being that we were doing the broadcast. And I found out very quickly that it takes an entire, completely different level of intense focus to get these high runs these guys are capable of doing. Because whenever you're playing 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, it doesn't require you to be focused for multiple minutes, rack after, like, you have those moments where you kind of get to pause and recollect yourself. But when it's this many shots over and over and over, it's hard to maintain that level of focus. And I feel like it instantaneously showed me the skill gap between average and elite level players of this game type specifically. The level of long-term focus.
Well, you know, you think it would be easy because you can basically pot any ball on the table, but there definitely is some strategy to your shot selection, and that really is the difference from somebody who's an avid straight pull player, you know, like John Schmidt, and some of these other players, and people who are just, you know, obviously talented. You know, Albin Ocean, of course, one of the players this first year here at the straight pull championship. Not really his particular game, but you know, this is a guy that can run balls with the best of them. But definitely a different shot selection for everybody. And you can see the difference here early. John Schmidt taking just under 11 seconds for his shots. Very fast player. Petri, a little bit more methodical, just under 20 seconds. So it's really interesting to me just to see how fast some of the players play. And how they can calculate it. Certainly John, you know, with running 600 balls, you know, he's really got the patterns down. And the most amazing thing about that is not just the 6.26 breaking Mosconi's record, but, you know, all the time leading up to there. I mean, he ran several racks in the 400s, you know, during that time. So that alone in itself is certainly a great accomplishment.
He wasn't super happy with where he left his cue ball. He grimaced pretty hard.
Yeah, well, he got a little under the shot, but he'll be okay. He's just going to hit this high and roll up. See him get almost level here with the 11 ball, which is exactly what he did. Got a good shot there of Mr. 626 himself.
See Wilkie back there rocking his Maryland lights out. Competition polo, looking sharp.
Sean Wilkie having a great tournament, 3-1 so far here.
Nice.
At the straight pull, he lost his first round match to Mika Immonen 125 to 85. Ball count does come into play here. If there is a tie in the flights, in each player's flight, it's going to come down to how many balls in order to break the record or break the tie. And he had wins over Jerry McWhorter yesterday, Michael Yednick, and probably one of the biggest wins for him came over Alex Pagulayan late last night. Wilkie won, I believe, like 125 to 111.
That's awesome.
And Wilkie was on a 56-ball run. Early in the match, he ran 4 racks on Alex, and they had a cue ball slide on him. And came up with a hanger, but was able to stay in form and get it done. So big win. Of course, Alex, Sean will tell you himself, one of his favorite players, and you know, probably we all look at certain players as that we kind of look up to, and certainly Alex is that for Sean. So
I was wondering what John was going to decide to do here. He was in a pretty tough spot there.
yeah, there's, you know, John's not, you're never going to see John here do anything crazy. You know, there's no need to force a couple shots here. A lot of the players, you know, will play very methodical in this game. I've only seen a few players get super aggressive. Yes, yesterday, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, very aggressive play, which I liked. Banked a few balls to get out. Obviously, you don't want to bank a ball if you don't have to. So these guys are always going to be looking to play safe. Now Petri may take, see what he does here. He might be forced to take an intentional foul. Unless he sees something. It looks like he's got something lined up. Oh, man. He tried to cut the 8-ball in and absolutely just missed it. So a few mistakes early here. By Petri. And you can't let John get to the table too many times. So we'll see if John Schmidt can get through this rack.
He just called the 9.
Yeah, which is, you know, it's an okay shot, but I really don't like that. But you can see here how he's jacked up over the 4, so he doesn't really want to take that shot.
Well, yeah, he was calling the 9 off like a 3-9 combo right here.
Yeah, because if he plays the 3-9 combo, the 3-ball is going to just nudge the 12-ball that's down there. See, just like that.
And that 10 might still have access to the side pocket without even having to move the 3. It's hard to tell from this angle.
Well, he's got a couple opportunities here to break that out. And probably what he'll do is he'll probably develop one of these balls for his break shot. 4 is a little close to the rack, so he'll either bump that out a little bit, or he'll either bump out the 10 or the 3 to get into position. I'll probably look him to do that with maybe the 5 or the 6 ball here.
Yeah, it might be perfect right here.
He might go into it here, and that's exactly what he did.
I tell you what, he's been doing such a great job too at developing the shots like you were talking about, because of the fact that he doesn't power a lot of these shots. I haven't really seen him bump a ball and lose control of the ball that he's bumped into. He's been able to maintain very good speed on the balls that he's bumping into to develop later shots instead of getting them tied up with other balls somewhere on the table. Really strong.
You can see just by that 5-ball shot where he bumped that out. Now everything wide out in the open for him. So this will be short work here for John Schmidt.
Yeah, it didn't take very long for him to jump back into the lead here.
Let's see if he bumps his 4 out just a tad. No. So He must be dead set here that he'll leave the 4 exactly where it's at and use that as his break ball.
Which ball do you think he leaves to get to the 4?
Probably the 15 or the 8. And you see, he likes to leave a lot of these shots, what I've noticed here with John, he likes to leave a lot of the shots in the side. And of course, he's got the, looks like a 13 ball up here as well at the top of the table. So all of these shots here are good for his key ball. And you can see here, just catch a little bit of rail, but he makes it. So just as I was saying earlier, he likes the shots in the side pocket for his key ball if he can get it. And now he'll take this 13 ball. Very smooth shot.
Yeah, he just loaded it up and let the English work there.
And now you can see, you can take a look, he comes in line on this 8 perfect. He'll play this 8 down in the corner. Just use a little stop shot here. Perfect. Just like I said, he's got the 15 ball now for his key ball. Great work there by John Schmidt. I agree. He's playing very well right now. Definitely has amazing patterns. He was down early. Petri had a chance to extend the lead, but now John up 39-30. Match race to 125. We'll get a good shot here. John's break. Uses a lot of speed and spin. He's left himself a shot here on the 10. Perfect shot there by John to nudge some of the balls out of the way, free it up. So he's queued up here a little bit over the 7 ball. He's going to play this 6 right in the side. Still has a little bit of work to do here. See, he's going to be playing the 9 now. Just bumps the 8. Take a look at this 13 ball. Looks like maybe wired here on that 3 ball combo. I can't tell. So we'll see if he opts to do that, or if he'll play into these balls as soon as he gets a chance to open them up. You know, the really great thing, Josh, about straight pool sometimes is when all the balls are still in a cluster, you'll see a lot of great players just really look at the rack, and sometimes you can find a 3 or 4 ball combo.
Look at that.
Hits it perfect.
That whole time you were saying that, I was wondering if that 13 had the chance to be a 3 ball combo into the corner. And then I saw him loading up on that 8 ball, and I realized he was going for it.
Yeah, I mean, once he set up there for the 8 ball, he had the perfect angle to come 2 rails in it, and he just hits it brilliantly. Now all the balls are open. He's got the 7 ball set perfectly for his break shot. You see him just slide over here for the 15 ball in the corner. So again, you know, he's got two balls here for his key ball. Probably his 2 ball will be the key ball here for him, as it sits on the same side. Look at that. He just tried to bump it a little bit closer. Very good shot there by John. See here, he's got the 12 ball. He'll come right off the rail here with a little outside spin. Absolutely perfect. Comes down in line, leaves himself a nice little angle here on the 11. He's going to pop this off the rail. He wants to make sure he gets above the 2. It's okay, actually, if he doesn't, but the correct shot here would be to get just above the 2. If he doesn't have enough angle, he might go 2 rails after pocketing the 2, but let's see what he does. Oh, he hits it great. So he's got just above the 2. You see him taking a look just to see where he wants to be in line. You're going to probably see either a stop shot here, Josh, or he may either try to bring this back just a hair. If he's straight in on the 2, which I think he'll do. Yeah, just slides it right down. Perfect.
Playing strong.
Yeah, John Schmidt looking in great form this morning. So guys, if you're just tuning in to the stream, please hit that share button. Drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Where are you hailing from? I'd like to know. He's to 125. You can see John. That's another perfect. We'll get a good shot here by John's break. John Schmidt. He'll use that Thorsten draw. You can see him power into the rack with lots of spin. Of course, all of our instant replays brought to you by PQ Tips. Definitely check those guys out. Awesome break and jump tips. PQBreakTips.com.
I'm excited to try it out, man. You've been talking about him, and everybody that I know that's been playing with him has had nothing but phenomenal things to say about him. This is a great shot on the 1 ball there.
John Schmidt still making quick work at this rack. Oh, little rattle there on the side. You see here he's left himself 2 break balls. Obviously now he's going to take the 3. Came a little far. He's going to have to do something here. Let's see if he goes 2 rails into this, or if he can come 1 rail back up. Comes 1 rail back up. Oh, got a little straight there, Josh. A little straight there on the 15 ball. So
there's just a tad bit of an angle here.
Yeah. So he, when you don't get as steep on this.
Actually, you know what? I think he's going to be totally fine here. Whenever I lean over and look at it, I mean, he's definitely...
You see him take a look at what he wants to do here. He's got a couple different options. He can hit this... he can really pump this shot if he wants. But he's got to be careful. Oh, he hit it great. Perfect break shot again by Mr. 626. So, guys, if you're tuned in, where are you watching from? I'd like to know where everybody's at. Drop a comment in the chat and let us know. Where are you watching BSN at? Of course, we're down here at the historic room in Virginia Beach, Q Masters, the largest pool room in the United States. I think they have 72 tables here, Josh. It's absolutely amazing. Of course, this venue has been host to the U.S. Open for many, many years under the great Barry Berman before he sold the rights to Matchroom, which of course now the U.S. Open is held out in Las Vegas. But following up this tournament here will be the International 9-Ball Open, held at the old U.S. Open location downtown in Norfolk, not far from you.
That's right down the road.
At the Sheridan, so you got a lot of players here who will be playing in that tournament. Right now you have the Great Dismal Swamp Classic going on. I think that just started today. I think matches actually start tonight. So we had Fedor here, who was just in town. He left today to go down and play there. One of the fine young talents in this game. And we had SVB here yesterday, stopped by. Of course, Barry was one of his best friends, as he says. So he always stops here, visits Barry's grave, stops into the pool room here. Scotland in the house. Great shot. You see him just nudge out the ball there a little bit. Well, we have somebody tuned in from the sunny Puerto Vallarta. So thank you guys. Make sure you're hitting that share button. Let's get this viewership up as we get into the late rounds here today. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you always see when we go live.
There's tons of new subscriptions coming in right now. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Glad you're enjoying the coverage. There's been a lot of support through Super Chats as well. Thank you guys for that tremendously.
Hey, Troy joining us. Yeah, they're going to have somebody down there streaming the Great Dismal Swamp, so certainly will be some coverage there as well. Yes, certainly is. Yeah, I remember back in the Planet Pool Tour days, Sterling, actually, the pool room that you're referring to is First Break, and it's still there. And it actually will be hosting a huge match coming up November 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's going to be Shane Van Boning versus Dennis Orcolo. Race to 120 10 ball. The match of the century. So make sure you guys check that out. I think they have a few seats left. You actually can contact them. Roy's Basement. Also put on with Carlos Sanchez Productions. First Break, Sterling, Virginia. Have a couple of VIP seats left. And, of course, they'll be streaming that as well. John Schmidt is playing with Revo. He's sponsored by Predator. Of course, he's on the cover of the program put together by Peter Burrows. Wow.
Cue ball got way up there.
Big break shot there by John, but look at this.
Put himself on the rail there.
Yeah, that's it's not where you want to be. But he's got an easy shot here on the 8 ball, so he just needs to concentrate on making it. He's going to catch a little bit of this 9 ball, you'll see. He's just going to nudge it. Yeah, perfect.
That was beautiful.
Oh, we got a little close there to the 10, but he's all right. You can see here he's got the 7 ball here down at the bottom table. Of course, John sponsored by Easy Street Billiards out there in Monterey, California. It's also sponsored by Sardo Rack, Tom Chalk, Jerry McWhorter, which is his road partner. He was in here in the booth yesterday, and Techno Dud Tips. So a little shout out there to John's sponsors. Of course, Petri, all he can do is watch here. Josh Schmidt continues his run, you know, and it's a really big thing that we talk about a lot when it comes to rotation games. You know, when you see a lot of players putting a couple packages, and you know, players are in their chair and they become cold, but in straight pull here, you could be sitting for a while, so it really is part of the game. And I think that it takes a certain mind frame that you have to stay in.
You almost have to sit there and meditate until it's your turn. He nudged that 14 there, and he didn't want to. So now he's going to have to change his game plan up just a little bit here.
Actually, 14 ball. He comes in perfect line with this. He's going to just probably follow this down. Yeah, perfect. Now he's got the 3 ball as his key ball to get on the 15. So one of the things is you'll notice from a lot of these players, John shooting right-handed, so likes to have his break ball on the left side, his left side, your right side if you're looking at the screen. Makes it a little bit easier when you're cueing. Of course, Petri Makkonen, give him a shout out to his sponsors. He's sponsored by Mez Cues, Zan Tips, Tome Billiards, Musta Kasi, 777 RR Sports. One of the top 2 players out there in Finland. Of course, he's had some big wins himself. 2012, won the World Cup of Pool. And, of course, he was a semifinalist in 2013 and 14. So, no stranger to the winner's circle for Petri. But it's been all John Schmidt so far, Josh.
It sure has. And he had another excellent break there. You know, something that I'm noticing that they also do very well on the break is being able to run into the pack and navigate the cue ball away from the traffic they're creating. Is that why they're loading that up with so much English whenever they're hitting into the?
Yeah, you gotta be careful. John really has perfected the break here, as you can imagine, with running so many balls. He ran like 260 in practice here on Monday before the tournament, and you know, he's really perfected where that cue ball is going to come off. So you'll see a lot of players of his caliber, you know, putting some spin on to make sure that he either comes back up into the middle of the stack or certainly comes back up towards the middle, so he's got a shot. Because you always want to be careful. Even when you're going into the stack, it's a little bit harder, especially when there's a lot of balls there, because you're not going to get a ton of movement sometimes. So you don't want to get a kiss off of one of those balls and end up in one of these pockets off the break. So really important to know how the speed and spin will come into play.
Just nicely done there.
Yeah, he's really got everything out here wide open for him, Josh. You can see him just come in and spin. Look how he nudged out the ball there. So now he's got a shot here. He can play the 2 ball, which is probably what he'd like to do. But he's got a couple shots here on the side as well.
Yeah, navigating around the. Can the 10 be made by that 11 ball without having?
Yeah, he can go in the other pocket. The combo is certainly on as well.
Oh yeah, he's got enough room to get it here. This is what I was wondering, is if he was going to be able to play this next.
Yeah, just get this right out of the way now.
Nice. That was the work he had to do.
And then he needs to concentrate here. You can see the 13 ball is just over there on the rail. So he slides over there now. I would have liked to have been a little straighter. So you see now he's got a better position on the top side of the 13. What a great shot there by John. He's now nudged that 12 into an even better position.
So what happens if a player makes a mistake and the last ball is where the rack has to go?
The ball gets racked at the top of the table on the spot.
Oh, you just flip it the other way?
Just the ball. The rack will still play the same, but that ball goes up table onto the spot.
Gotcha.
And then the player has to play it from there, wherever the cue ball lies.
Which makes it incredibly difficult to make it and break the stack.
Yeah,
I get it.
Certainly,
okay.
Yeah. Certainly.
Oh, he overhit that.
Yeah, he did, and he's a little frustrated too. You can see because this shot here, very, very difficult. He's got a severe back cut and very missable on the break, especially on these pockets, Josh. If you're going, it's hard really to navigate. You would think it's perfect because you're going right into the bottom of the stack. But then it becomes a little bit harder to judge, you know, where your cue ball's going to go, and you're cutting this ball so thin.
Yeah, you can tell he just doesn't love it. Can't blame him. He's loading this up with some high lefts.
Well, and he hit it the best that he could. But let's see if he's going to have a shot here. Looks like the 7 ball. Well, you can see how he's so far in the rack here. Hard to really tell. He may have a shot in the other corner, but man, he's going to be jacked up. But the good news is, if it goes, he can just roll it, and he does call the 7. He's got to be careful here, though, because he doesn't want to foul. It's all ball foul here. Well, he's going to play it off the 2, it looks like. Look at this shot.
Oh, wow.
Absolute great shot.
He said, I had to do something.
Absolutely great shot there by John.
I tell you what, Petri's, he'll glance over at the table every now and again, but I really feel like he's just doing his best to stay in the state of, in a fighting state of mind. That way, if he gets a chance, he's ready to pounce. But, man, Petri was off to an early lead there. John is just taking off with this match. Let's see if he can close it out. He's got a great chance in the 6 ball here to open the rest of this rack up.
Oh, my goodness.
And as soon as I said the words.
Wow. He just one-stroked that. I cannot believe it, Josh. He had a chance to close out the rack. I mean, look at this shot that he makes. Jacked up. So the good news is, if he goes, he can just roll it. PQ tips. Call the 7. He's got to get see here. He just because he doesn't want to nestled foul. It's into the rack foul here. He plays a carom right off the 2 ball. It looks like the 7 in the corner hits it absolutely perfect.
I tell you what, part of that was kind of hard to see because of the way the camera was, is he was jacked up on the table. Like, he had to hike a leg up on the side of the table and bridge over balls.
It was a very tough shot. And then he goes, and he just one-strokes the shot here and allows Petri back at the table. And, I hate to say this, but we've seen this time and time again here on the TV table.
All right, let's see if Petri can fight his way back into this match. His opponent, John's, only needing 11 balls.
You know, it's kind of what I was talking about before, Josh. I mean, even though Schmidt is so close, just one mistake can turn the tides here.
So you see what just happened? That was what I was talking about with John earlier that I was complimenting him on, was whenever he bumps into balls, he plays the speed so perfect that he doesn't bump into the 8 ball and get the 8 ball snuggled up next to the 14 like what just happened there. His speed control on the ball that he's bumping into is just impeccable.
Oh, yeah.
And so now Petri bumped the 8, got it out, and tied it back up again.
And now he's a little bit of a tough spot here because he's gonna play the combo here, or unless the 1 goes by the 6.
It's a good shot.
It's a good shot there by Petri. So it gets a little bit easier here. He's still going to have to develop here with the 8 and 14. So he's going to bump one of these balls out. Actually, he's got a perfect angle here now. If he places 10 in the corner and he just comes up into the 8 and 14, just real easy. He's still got a shot there on the 9. So he'll hit this with a little outside English, come off the bottom rail, right into the pack. Perfect.
Yeah, and that's nice because that leaves him the break shot as well.
So he would like to have a little bit more angle on the 9. Because now he has to decide. I mean, the 14 ball would be perfect here for his break shot. 8's a little close. Certainly can use that shot if he likes. But again, because he's straight on the 9 ball, he's going to have to come with a shot. And you can see that he's just frustrated. So let's see if he goes forward. Yeah, comes up. He'll play the... Ooh, comes a little far, Josh.
Yeah, he did.
So now he's going to come with another shot again. Watch this. He's going to pump this right to the rail.
How's the speed? How is it?
Oh, he got
perfect.
Good. Yeah, he got good.
Perfect.
So just when we thought Schmidt was going to run away, Petri's back.
Fighting state of mind.
Look
That
at
way,
this
if he gets a
shot
chance,
here
he's ready to
that,
pounce. But
that allowed Petri to get back
Petri
to the
was
table.
off to an early lead there.
Schmidt.
John is just taking off with this match. Let's see if he can close it out. He's got a great chance in the 6 ball here to open the rest of this rack up.
Absolutely misses it. And now we have Petri back at the table. Nice break shot there by Makkonen. And everything looks good here for him. He's got plenty of opportunities here to get a nice spread on the stack. The good thing too is you'll see a lot of the players. Most of the whole game is played on half the table. A lot of players don't want to. You don't want to go into the stack real heavy because you don't want to start sending balls up tables on the rail. So he'll just start nudging this out as soon as he gets an opportunity. And he might have one here. Oh, man. Well, let's see if he likes it here.
Wonder if he can take the 9 ball. If he has to take the 14 here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the 9 ball is the safer shot for him.
It looks like, yep.
And that's what he's lined up on. So he's going to power right into this 1 ball. You'll see him. Just like that. And perfect.
Yeah, that was great control.
And now you can see here, just by that one shot, he's now developed a break ball shot.
Do you like the 15 or the 13 for your break balls here?
Well, I don't like the 15. It's a little low. So you can see that's why he took the shot now. I really like, you can see the 13 and 14 there. So he's got two options. 14 looks a little high to me. So he may elect to use the 13 as his break ball.
Is there a designated part of the rack that most people end up trying to play for? Is it you want to hit the middle side of the rack, or you want to hit, you know, the wing ball, or like where people tend to try to hit?
You know, usually the best place is right in the middle of the stack. That's where you're going to get the most spread on the balls. But, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And you have to really just take what the table gives you if you can't develop it. And most likely what we'll see here is he'll use this 14 ball for the key ball to get him to his break ball. Just gonna go ahead and take the 5 ball now in the corner. Yeah, and now he's set up nicely here, Josh. He may like the 7. Yeah, and that's exactly what he's going to take. He's going to take the 7 ball all the way up.
Perfect.
Yeah, hits it perfectly. And see what ball he likes to use here.
I think you were right with what you were saying earlier, 14 to the side. And
yeah, it just lends easily to it. You know, he'll just make the 14, and you'll see him just run up just to get as close to parallel as he can. And look at that, just perfect. That's where he wants to be at. So Petri Makkonen down early, trailing John Schmidt. A little bit of a mishap there on the 6 ball by John allows Petri back at the table. And now he is closing in here. 114 to 15, still in the round robin stages here. Players must go to 125. And you can see Petri speeding up his shot selection here, just under 18 seconds. So very controlled break. Yeah, guys, it's almost near impossible to get all the match scores from all around. So we do apologize for that. But they do update them after each round, so you can go to American 14-1 Straight Pool Facebook group if you're not already in there. Get updated scores. Of course, we're trying to update the TV table matches today.
in case you didn't know, Makkonen representing Finland. Back of his polo there.
Wow. Caught a little bit of the rail rack going into the pocket there.
Sure did.
And you don't want to do that too many times on this table.
Yeah, it doesn't take very much for this table to reject a ball.
Yeah, guys, so we'll tell you what's in store today for the TV table. At 2:30, we're going to have the Kaiser, Ralph Souquet, versus David Alcady. Then a little bit later at 5, we'll see Thorsten, the Hitman Holman, back on the TV table against the American Johnny Archer. So excited to see Archer play. Of course, Holman's been on the TV table a few times so far. And then closing out the night, we're going to have an excellent match between the Iceman, Mika Immonen, and Alex the Lion, Paggy Lion. So please stay tuned. Tell all your friends. Wow, plays the bank.
The first time I ever saw Makkonen play, I believe it was in the Moscone Cup, where they thought they played him safe, and he had that ridiculous bank in the side pocket that barely went through the gap of balls. If you saw the shot I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Sure, yeah.
And that was the first time that I ever watched him play. And even during warm-up, man, he was banking balls like crazy.
You know, I mean, obviously you don't want to bank a ball if you don't have to, but
when you need to, he feels confident to do it. That's
sure.
for sure.
And we appreciate, look at this, great shot. Oh.
Well, those balls just rolled together.
We appreciate you guys, thank you. Yeah, we've made some adjustments here on day 3 for the camera angle. You can see we've got them to close off that last table that's right behind here. I've tried to move mountains for all you guys so that we can get the correct view here. The room just doesn't lend well to it, but the tournament director, Andy Lincoln, and the promoter, Peter Burrows, gladly shut down that table for us so that we can give you guys great coverage of the American 14-1 Straight Pool Championship. So we appreciate you guys hanging with us.
He's got a little bit to figure out here. It looks like the 6 is going to go by the 14 in the side pocket. I think he just took a peek at that. So he might have to take that now.
He's now called the 6. So he's going to cut this right in the side past the 14. Doesn't want to hit any of the 14.
Oof.
Wow. And just, you could see him catch just the inside part of that pocket. Hey guys, let's get us to 1,000 viewers. Let's share the stream. Hit that share and like button. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube page. And tell you what, after this rack, since we got so many viewers, going to do another giveaway for a free PQ break tip. So I'll ask a question. Whoever the first person is to get it right, we're going to send you a tip. We thank you, all you guys, for tuning in and helping share the stream. So let's get a good question here, Josh. For a few free break cue from PQ. Let's see, what's it going to be today? Got to find a hard one. All right, I like it since we're playing on Simonis cloth. Here's your question, if you guys are tuned in. First company to manufacture a billiard tablecloth was Simonis. What year? What year did they start making it? This is a tough one. Because it's a long time ago. First person to answer correctly is going to get a free PQ break tip. So drop your answer below. First company to manufacture billiard tablecloth was Simonis. What year?
The salesman says 1886.
Nope.
We got 83, 88, 1620, 1680, 1897. Man, we got a lot of different years flying in here now.
I'll tell you guys, it's way sooner than the 1600s, so that's your one hint. Oh, we got a couple people close. Got one person very close. I'll tell you that. No Google, guys.
120,000 BC. That's a great breakout by making it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good guess there by the salesman. He's the closest. No, I'm just kidding. Drop your answers below. Somebody's going to get a free break tip. The first company to manufacture a billiard tablecloth. Ivan Simonis. What year? This one's actually really tough. I don't know if anybody's going to get it. We might have to go to an easier question. Oh, somebody got really close there. Somebody got really close. Somebody said Fred Flintstone founded the company. Close. Very close.
Well, sent that 10 ball way up table here.
Not the Simonis founding date, but when they first manufactured billiard tablecloth. Very tough question.
So because of what we were talking about earlier as far as breakout shots go, how low this 11 ball is better for the breakout shot than where the 15 is.
Actually, the 15 lens probably a little better, but the 11's out a little further. That was a good shot there by Petri. If he can get the right angle on the 11 ball, it actually would be pretty good. And you know, Petri's shaking off the rust from sitting for a while, but he is looking really in dead punch here. And no winners yet. A little steep, but
we're gonna have to earn this one.
Yeah, you can see it's just a severe back cut.
The salesman says, "What year was the color blue founded?" That's when Simonis was created.
We'll give it a couple more minutes. If nobody gets it, we'll switch up the question. I know that's a tough one. I'll try to give another easier question.
We're just stepping back, taking a look at the shot again.
Well, comes back up into the stack there, and looks like he will leave himself a shot on the 13. You can see that I think that's probably the only ball, and he's got a little bit of an angle here, so he's going to probably draw right back into this 8-7. Yep. Well, let's see what happens here. Oh, no.
See the little hand flip come in there.
Don't know if he maybe he's got the shot here on the 9 ball.
Yeah, I think he can take the 9 here.
Oh, we got somebody that got really close. Somebody got really close, but still no correct answer. Wow. All right, I'll give you another hint, guys. This is the last one. It was in the 1400s, and somebody got awfully close. That should help somebody win.
I tell you what, Petri here's turning the heat on.
Oh, he's just, he may run the set out here from here. I mean, how sick will Schmidt be after getting to 114, needing 11 balls, and misses a fairly straightforward shot. Now Petri has just been attacking the table. Now the answers are rolling in. Somebody's going to get it. I feel it. We're so close. It's in the 1400s, guys. That's my last tip. 4 tip. So close. Somebody just got so close. Somebody's going to get it. There we go. We have an answer. Zach. Correct answer is 1453. 1453. Zach. You were the winner of the PQ break tip. So kindly send me a message. And send it to the BSN Facebook page if you're friends with me personally. Allison Fisher on the stream. She guessed 1469, very close. Allison, how you doing? I have to say hi, boo.
See Petri not happy with the way that shot turned out.
Zach, send me a message to the BSN Facebook page. Name and address, first name, last name, and your address. We'll get that out to you after the event, probably be Monday or Tuesday. And we'll give away some more tips later today, guys, so stay tuned for that. Right now, a little miss there by Schmidt has allowed Makkonen to climb back in this match.
He needed to get a little bit more beneath this one ball here.
Yeah, he's landed a little funny here.
He just called the bank.
Wow, what a dicey shot.
That's exactly what I said earlier, man. When he has to bank, he's got the confidence to do it. It's outstanding.
Oh, he hit it perfect. And really, really clutch shot there for him. Unbelievable.
What a great shot to keep the run alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's the pressures. You think about banks, obviously some banks are easier than others, but, Schmidt's sitting at 114. So, I mean, you think if I miss this, I might not get back to the table.
So Petri with a decent break there. Have to go for a combo here.
Oh my goodness.
He can't believe it.
I can't believe it either, Josh. So you can take a look at this match. Petri comes with
get a little bit more beneath this one ball here.
Clutch shot here. He's landed a little funny here.
He just called the bank.
On the bank to get out of this last rack. Oh, what a dicey shot. Banks the one.
That's exactly what I said earlier, man. When he has,
but then misses his next shot. We'll take a look at that again to see if it was a little harder than we thought.
That 14's just so, or sorry, the 11 is so deep in the pocket there that he just barely went by it with the combo. It's kind of like it's the same thing that happens when you try to play rail first on a ball that's that deep into the shelf like that. Nobody saw that coming.
Well, now you got to think Schmidt is going to run out from here.
Oh, yeah. I have to assume.
Yeah, I agree. I really don't think he needed to come with that shot. I know he was trying to open up the stack, but I think he rushed it a little bit. Wow, John got a little close there. He says, whoops, as he's walking around the table. Yeah, looks like he's got the 14. That's okay. Man, Petri is got to be sick. Can see him take off his glove. He knows that he made a mistake and he's going to let Schmidt out. He's going to let John out on this. And table's wide open here now. I think if John gets within 1 or 2, Petri will concede. And then we'll take a look at that shot by Petri that allowed Mr. 626 back at the table. Guys, we have lots of great matches coming up today. If you're just tuned in, hit that share button, please. Let's try to get up to 1,000 viewers.
When's our next match scheduled here?
Next match is going to be scheduled at 2:30, so we'll have a little bit of break. We're going to have the Kaiser, Ralph Souquet, still playing top level pool. Of course, Ralph from Germany. And then you're going to have David Alcady from Spain. So John here is laid good just to get the 10 out of the way. And Petri concedes, as I expected. So John Schmidt, 125 over Petri Makkonen, 96. And this was the turn of events right here in this game. Petri was off to the races here after Schmidt misses a easy 6-ball at 114. And you see here he's got an easy 3-ball on the side, Josh.
Go for a combo here.
And he ends up trying to take this 3-ball combo and just misses it completely.
He can't. I mean, he slammed that shot too.
Stuck on 96, and he allows John to get back at the table, and he's going to close it out.